Hello my friend, welcome to my new Overland build, part 1. The truck camper and the truck. If you've been following my adventures for the past year, you know I've been trying out a bunch of different campers. And this one behind me is the one I've decided to go with. I bought this camper, but I am a brand ambassador for 4-Wheel Camper, so I did receive a discount. But I can't wait to show you around. There are so many brand new features that are going to make this camper a game changer. And I think it's really cool because a lot of the things that have changed are things that I voiced my opinion about through my videos. And I guess it must have been heard, or maybe I just complained a little bit too much because magically some of those things disappeared. This video is going to focus primarily on the truck camper portion of the build, but stay tuned for part 2, next video, where I'm going to be installing a fully custom suspension. One of the best suspension systems you can use on a Ford truck, whether you have a camper or not. Behind me is the Granby 4-Wheel Camper, which is designed to fit the 8-foot long truck bed. But all of these features can also be ordered on the Hawk, which would fit a standard truck bed. Some of these features are the auto electric lift and lower roof, the no exterior clips on the outside of the camper. If you lift and lower the camper as much as I do, it gets old pretty quickly. Third is the roof mounted or ceiling mounted 12-volt efficient air conditioner for those really hot days out in the desert. And lastly is that underbed storage. You used to only be able to get it with the flatbed campers, and now you can get it on the Granbys, the Hawks, some other models as well. Let's go check them out and I'll show you around the exterior of the camper. The truck I chose for this build is a Ford F350 with a super powerful 6.7 liter turbo diesel power stroke. And I mostly chose this truck because it's awesome, and also because Elon Musk wouldn't give me my Cybertruck that I ordered over 3 years ago. So if you see him, make sure you relay a message to him. Let's address the 2 silver lifts above me first, because I know I'm going to get a bunch of comments and questions asking, well, Hannah, what are you going to do when your fancy lifts break and you can't put your camper down? Well, this is what I'm going to do. There is a override or fail-safe mechanism in the case that it does break so that I can put the camper down. But I don't think that's going to happen because these lifts are designed for industrial equipment made for heavy use in harsh elements like snow plows, farm equipment. So we'll see what happens. The Hannah test will truly determine whether or not they hold up. Moving right along to the exterior features of the camper, behind me you'll see the Truma instant hot water heater. To the right of that is the sink drain where you can attach a gray water bag if you'd like to. Above it is the Truma furnace. Here is the port for your fresh water tank. There's a 20-gallon fresh water tank. One of the exterior lights. Above that is the outlet or plug for shore power. So if you're at a campground and you want to plug directly into the grid, you can power the things inside the camper or charge your batteries, though not likely needed if you have solar panels and alternator charging. I've really never had to do that. And then lastly is the port for your exterior shower, which you have seen many times, one of my favorite features of the 4-Wheel Campers. A new feature is this exterior shower stall. We're gonna unzip it. Oh, run in back here. And you just let this drop right out. You got these bars up here that you unstrap. Ta-da! And then you have an outdoor shower. When I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I don't usually use a stall outside, but if you're in a campground or you're with friends, you're gonna be camping somewhere for a long time, this could be convenient. I almost forgot. Most importantly, I have an axe and a shovel. The axe for chopping things up and the shovel for burying things. Let's not fail to mention the absolute beautiful skies that are cotton candy colored in the distance. Really makes a truck camper tour a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. Around the back, there's not too many fancy gadgets to look at, other than the drain port for the shower, which is in the bottom right, some exterior lights, which I'm hoping to show you at a later time, and some metal cleats that will help you or assist you climb up the camper, access the top like a little monkey, and put whatever you need on those Yakima tracks or access the solar panels. Lastly, on the side, there's a manual Fiamma awning, which I'm really excited to use for outdoor living and cooking. Maybe I'm behind the times, but look how nifty this is. These little support beams right there drop down from the awning right here. You can extend them and secure the awning by staking them into the ground. Usually, like when you're setting up a tent, you're just nailing these metal stakes into a bunch of rocks. Instead, you can choose to slide them right into the side of the camper in these little slots. Then you secure them with this little plastic bar, then you extend the awning and you tighten it, and then you get to enjoy without the metal stakes. You'll also find more exterior lights to light up your campsite. And then behind me, you'll find the storage space for two 2.5 gallon propane tanks. They fit nicely and snugly inside this little space. And that wraps up most of the exterior of the camper. So I'll give you one more look around and then we'll head inside. Come on, it's getting dark. There's nothing like being surrounded by wide open space, peace, quiet, and the opportunity for adventure. I'm excited to see where this new build takes me. Welcome inside the camper. I wanted to touch a little bit about why I love this new Granby setup. If you've been following my adventures the last couple of years, I've been living and traveling in the Hawk 4-wheel camper, which was on my 6.75 foot long truck bed. I now have an 8 foot long truck bed, specifically so I could get this longer dinette. My last dinette was about 35 inches wide. This one is 46, which gives you much more space for eating at the table, chilling out, working, sleeping. You can seat 4 adults here now instead of 2. It's just much more spacious. The walls in here are also taller now. This comes with the increased underbed storage, which is a huge convenience if you do a lot of stealth camping or you do a lot of winter camping. When it's snowing and you don't want to lift the roof, I can still sit here even with a hat on, and there's still clearance above my head. I don't have to pop the camper up, and I can still access most of the functions in the camper. Probably can't cook, but I can still sleep here. I can get to the storage and the countertops. If you like to stealth camp, stay in a parking lot overnight, and you don't want people bothering you, it's much less likely that they think somebody's sleeping in here with the top down. Or maybe you just want to hop back here, grab a sandwich out of the fridge, and enjoy lunch at the dinette. And it's way easier to do now. Another great thing about being able to move around in here with the camper down is during really extreme adventures for very hot or very cold weather, you have a smaller space to heat and cool. So if it's really hot out, you're conserving battery power by cooling a smaller space. And if it's really cold out, you're saving propane by heating a smaller space. One of my favorite new features is the enormous amount of underbed storage under here. The most important metric for your standard overland build is how much storage space you have for all your swimsuits. You can get yoga pants over here, swimsuits in the center, fishing poles on the right. I've put the most important things in here first. Jumping upstairs to the sleeping area, you'll find a queen size bed. This comes standard in the camper. You can optionally upgrade to a king bed slide out. Let me show you how to convert it. Now this is massive. There's so much room for activities. East to west, diagonally. I have my hands all the way up to the tippy, and I'm 5'7", and there's plenty of room. No lack of space up here. It feels so much more spacious in here, which really makes full-time travel much more enjoyable. What also makes it enjoyable is this super efficient 12-volt air conditioner positioned above me. It's got several different modes. You can control it with a remote control, so you can do it while you're in bed. And I think it's going to make those hot summer days much more enjoyable. Looking nice! Maybe you're trying to conserve energy, or maybe it's just not that hot. You also have the option of the max fan above the bed. Let me show you the definition of a truly multifunctional space. You can sit here and enjoy your food. You can convert this into a sleeping area, or you can make it an indoor shower. The front dinette floor plan is the only floor plan for a slide-in 4-wheel camper that allows you to have an indoor shower. So we're just going to turn this in to a sleeping area first. And just flip her around, switcheroo. Check it out. There's a huge sleeping area right at the dinette. It's so spacious. In addition to the underbed storage, there's 4 additional storage compartments under the dinette. Under the right bench, you have this large storage cabinet. And then on the left side, on the back side, you have this small little slot. And then one on the floor. After many years of not having an indoor shower in my truck camper, one of the most exciting things about this build for me is the fact that I have an option for an indoor hot shower. To set up your indoor shower, you grab your handy dandy shower hose. Insert it right here in the dinette, left for hot, right for cold. And then you're just gonna hang up your shower curtain. It's really easy. Let me show you. Step inside this indoor shower with me. I'm about 5'7" and it's very spacious in here. I have plenty of room on all sides. None of the curtain is touching me. The bottom of the curtain is under the grate of the shower. So you keep all the water and the mess inside of the shower curtain while you're showering. Here is the grate that you have the drain out to the exit of the camper. And then you attach the bungees to the clips on the ceiling. If you look up at the top, there's these little clips. You can choose where you attach this bungee cord to make it as spacious as you'd like. And this feeds all the way up to the back of the curtain and through this handle holder or clip. It's pretty spacious in here. I have my arm extended all the way and it's still not touching the curtain. The ceilings are really tall in here and it's not claustrophobic at all. You can even probably get 2 people in here if you tried. Save water, quicker showers. I got some big trousers. Up here you'll find nearly all the controls for the truck camper. Right here you'll find the turn key control for the electric lift roof. These are the little keys. And you just slide it right in, turn it right for up and left for down. Some controls for some of the exterior lights, reefer fan, and floor lights. To my left, you'll find the Dometic 2-burner propane stove. It's so beautiful. It's just begging to be cooked on. What do you think? I should cook for you first on it. Right next to it, you'll find the flush-mounted sink. A nice spacious countertop for food preparation. Right below that, you'll see a cutlery drawer, and more storage for kitchen goodies. To the right of that, you'll find the Red Arc control system for all the functions of the camper. So you can see the light controls right there for the 2 front lights, 2 back lights, dimmable, all the other lights and functions in the camper. And you can see the battery monitoring system on the second screen. Right next to it, you'll find the Truma controls for the hot water heater and the furnace. Right below, you'll see the 110 and 12 volt power outlets. And then below, you'll find the fuses for the camper. And here you'll find the water pump. And then lastly, at the very bottom, you'll find the lithium battery system. Inside, you'll find 3 lithium batteries, 405 amp hours of 12 volt power. I only had 210 in my last camper, but I did not have an air conditioner. Right across, you'll find an additional spacious countertop surface. Right below, you'll see the 130 liter isotherm fridge, which is really nice and spacious. And then there's tons of storage to the right of this. There's a chest right here. There's tons of additional storage below, including 2 sets of cabinets, a huge cabinet down at the bottom that you could optionally use for a portable bathroom. Pretty deep back there. And then 1 additional storage space beneath the fridge. Ultimately, there's a ton of storage in this camper. I like the new updated interior insulation on the walls and windows. The windows you just pull down like that. That's the insulation layer. And then there's also a screen layer. And then finally you get to the fresh air. And I think that wraps up part 1 of my 2024 overland build with the Ford F350 and 4-wheel camper Granby slide-in. But it's not over yet. we still got a ways to go. Next video, I'm gonna get started on the full custom suspension on this truck. Wheels, tires, bumper, winch, lights. It's gonna get interesting, so stick around. And don't forget, if you have any questions about the camper on specs or details, make sure you leave me a comment down below. I am more than happy to help answer them. If I stood here and covered every detail, we'd be standing here for a very long time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.